Hey there, Pisces. Welcome to your reading for the week of January 15th. We're just going to jump right in here, Pisces, as always. You have this freedom card and this flow card. Yeah, I feel like you need to make sure that you are like staying in the flow, that you are doing things that are more like releasing activities is kind of like what I'm getting here, where, you're just more in the zone of not trying to control how things work. There's something going on for some reason for you Pisces at the beginning of the year here, where I feel if you try to like force things to work, obviously that never works, but it's, I want to stress that it is gonna extra not work right now if you try to like force things to work or try to like force things to happen. But if you stay more in your fishy energy and you just stay in this energy of allowing things to work, then things are gonna work out very, very well for you. And, that's what I would do here. Is just kind of like focus on getting into the flow. I also feel that this could be talking about the flow state, and a great way to get into flow is to do things that you enjoy, like hobbies, businesses, things that you want to work on, whatever the case may be. So, I feel like doing things that you enjoy this week would be a really good idea, but looks like a pretty good reading to me here, Pisces, for sure. You have the Sun, the Ten of Pentacles, you have the Star here as well, so, looks really, really nice. But, you start here with the flow and freedom card. Again, there is something that will make you feel set free. Even the, you have the Fool right here. It's kind of funny because he's looking up at these, the flow and the freedom card. And so there's like something here about you, like a leap of faith that is going to set you free, or like a leap of faith that is going to bring more freedom into your life. The weird thing is, for some reason, I feel like that bird there, right at the front, I feel like that's you. And I feel like you're the leader on something. It's almost like not that you're taking the lead on something, although I think that's like a part of it, but it's almost like you're about to do something very unique in your life, and then everybody's going to be like coming behind you, right? And I think this is a good thing though, Pisces. I think it's going to lead to a lot of abundance in your life, of course. You have the Two of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles, work hard, play hard. We do see a lot of work here just in this reading, a lot of progress as well. You have the Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles can just represent progress or making progress towards whatever it is that you're working on here. And sorry, I'm just trying to take all this in here and see like where this is going. But, again, I feel like you are very focused on work. Two of Pentacles is work hard, play hard. So like I just said at the beginning of the reading, if all you're doing is working, you are like telling the universe, I have to work hard to make money. So I feel like this is saying, don't tell the universe that, right? Keep that secret to yourself and, work efficiently, but also make sure that you're creating more flow in your life. You also have the Star. I kind of feel like Pisces is going to be the star at this time. Again, long story short, your past like decade, 10 years, and you've been through a lot of challenges and difficulties. And I personally believe that Pisces had to go through these things because it's like you are going to be the example for other people. You are going to be the person that like your family or just like the people around you are going to be looking up to. And the Star is about being an inspiration. So anything you can do to kind of like keep going in the right direction is going to be a very good idea. And I also feel that you're kind of like going through some changes. You have the Sun and the Star, which is like fame and fortune. Doesn't mean you're going to become famous, but it is, I always say that whenever both come up in a reading, I would be trying to get as much attention as possible, which I think is true for everybody, but definitely true for you. Pluto in Aquarius is going to be all about, positive attention. And so anything you can do to get attention, like on work that you do, whatever you're creating, if you want love, getting attention on yourself, all that would be a good idea. You have the Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles, sometimes I like it, sometimes I don't, and I do feel pretty good about the Knight of Pentacles here. It's like you are making progress. I do feel you're seeing how, something that you've been working towards has taken a lot longer than you wanted it to, but, that's like the story of Pisces, so, what else is new? Let's see. With the Two of Pentacles, you have the Judgment card here, which you have twice, so again, you could be waking up to your purpose or like what you're meant to be doing. I'm also getting something about just like the flow state that I was talking about. Like instead of, some of you I feel could be in this place where you feel like you don't know what to do, right? You feel like you don't know what your next steps are. I kind of feel like you need to go like very, very broad. Like let's say you know that you want to be a billionaire, right? But you don't know how you are going to get there. I feel like this reading is saying, just focus on being a billionaire. Just talk about how grateful you are, like brainwash yourself, right? Talk about how grateful you are that you are a billionaire. And it's like, I feel like if you just go more kind of like broad like that the universe will bring you the answers. But I do feel like you're waking up to like your purpose or why you had to go through things that you went through. With the star, you have the Knight of Cups. Yeah, it could be a little bit of love here. You do have the Ten of Pentacles here, which I do consider, this card here, I do consider to be the best love card in the deck. Yeah, it's a Pentacle card, but it really kind of represents the tree of life. It represents getting everything you want and desire in your life. So that could obviously be love, money, spirituality, whatever. But I also feel that there could be a deep connection coming in for you here. And it looks to me like someone is making themselves known to you here, Pisces, or you could be becoming aware of a person. Judgment, it's like you're waking up to something. Sun literally can just make you aware of something as well. So it could be like a knight in shining armor. It could be any sign. Earth and water stand out to me. With the Knight of Pentacles, you have the moon. I'm not surprised that the moon came up because, like I said earlier, or just a couple of seconds ago, I feel you don't know what your next step should be. It's like you want something, but you just don't know how you're going to accomplish it. It's just that simple. And again, I feel this is saying like, that's okay. Just get out of your head and just, focus on already having it. You practice the law of attraction or whatever you want to call it, right? And just, just tell yourself that you already have the thing that you want. And then I literally feel you will get the answers. You have this meditate and contemplate card, and then you have this mutable moon, which says nothing is yet set in stone. Yeah, it's like, I feel like some of you need to realize that it's like if you feel people attach an identity to you or, if you feel like you are kind of, that your life is resigned to something, like maybe you feel like you're only ever going to be, someone who makes $1,000 a month or something like that. I feel that story needs to change, or you need to realize that you can change that story, and that's what I would say here. Definitely a good time for meditation as well. You literally have the Hermit, which could be you putting yourself in hermit mode. I would definitely encourage you to be more social this year. I think it's a good year for socializing. It's a good year just for exchanging energy. It's an 8 year. So, 8 is infinity. You put energy out, you get energy back. And, I would encourage you to socialize anyway. But, if you need time this month to kind of like heal yourself or rest, relax, recover, then obviously take that time. The Hermit could also be a certain level of awareness. I am noticing a lot of awareness cards here. Judgment twice, Star, Sun. These are all cards that kind of like draw your attention to something, or these are cards that I consider cards that try to get your attention on something. So it's like something's trying to get your attention. It's like you've been through something difficult with the Hermit. He's been through a dark night of the soul, and he has the star in his lantern. So it's like, but it's in the lantern. It's, he's trapping it inside that lantern. He needs to blast that star out all over the place. So it's almost like there's something that makes you special that you need to reveal to the world. And this could require like a leap of faith. You have the Fool. It could require you to take a risk or something like that. I always say that over the next like 20 years, when Pluto officially moves into Aquarius in November, over the next like 19 years from there, I would say the biggest risk we can take is the risk of being wrong, the risk of saying something and being criticized, the risk of someone saying something to us and, or like the risk of us taking a risk and people calling us stupid, like stuff like that, right? And so I feel you need to take the risk here. You even have the going Sun to the Hangman. So it's almost like you've been thinking about something, doing something with your life for, quite a long time. And I feel it's time to reveal it. I feel like it's time to, put it out into the world. You have the King of Pentacles here as well. King of Pentacles is you stabilizing your finances. I don't think you want stable finances. Whenever I see this right here, that to me says that stable is boring, right? So, and I agree. I don't want just like stable finances, right? Nobody wakes up and is like, oh, I just want to be able to pay my bills today. Although, I'm not saying that you wouldn't be grateful for that either. But what I am saying is I feel that it's more that you deserve more. So I really see you kind of like doing things to try to increase your finances, to try to make more money, to, try to do more than just survive, right? With the Fool card, you have the Magician. The Magician would normally be he would be kind of like pointing this way, based off of how I put them down, right? And so I feel for some of you, you need to pay attention to your attention as well. The Sun, again, shines a light on things we need to pay attention to. So it's like if you're becoming interested in something, even if it's completely unrelated to whatever you do in your life, I would start paying attention to it. It could be like a new hobby, a new idea. You never know where these things can go. With the Hermit, you have the Knight of Wands. See, I feel like some of you have put yourself in hermit mode. Maybe you went through a situation with a person who like juggled you or was like in and out of your life or whatever. It could have been a fire sign. I would definitely be careful of this person returning to your life with the Judgment card. You have Judgment twice. But I feel like they're still a juggler. So, if someone juggled you, or was inconsistent, I would be careful. With the King of Pentacles, you have the Page of Swords. Yeah, I feel like you're researching new ways of making money. It's just that simple. There you go. I don't know what else to say, Pisces. I feel like you're just, Page of Swords, my card of being curious. It is a card of curiosity. And so I feel that for a lot of you, if you're like looking for new ways of making money or looking to improve your finances, now's a good time to do it anyway. So, I would be looking. Why not? And, just do your research, right? Just that simple. Next in the area of what's coming, what's coming towards you, you have this Rose's Kiss card and this Call of the Muse card. Something is motivating you to action. Having a muse is having something that like inspires you to, finish your great work, right? Like traditionally, having a muse was kind of like what, people had a muse, like usually a lover that kind of motivated them, or, that person was the inspiration for their work, right? And I don't think this is necessarily a lover for you, Pisces. I think it's just, I think it's a series of events that have unfolded in your life, and you are kind of wanting to live life to the max here. This is a very motivated row, really good. You have the Nine of Cups, Sun, the Ten of Pentacles, really nice. So a lot of success here. But I kind of feel like you are discovering things that are motivating you to action. I feel for some of you this has to do with time as well, I'm getting, for whatever reason. I don't think you've wasted your time, but, and again, don't beat yourself up, right? I always tell people, be kind to yourself. Don't be like, oh, I wasted all this time. I didn't get XYZ done. But again, some of you I do feel could have the pressures of time, and that could be motivating you to, accomplish some sort of project here or whatever. Whatever it is, it doesn't matter. It's going to be successful. You have the Ten of Pentacles here. Ten of Pentacles is something permanent. Ten of Pentacles is building, leaving a legacy as well. So again, I feel like you're kind of like making your mark here on the world, and it could be you doing something very important. Ten of Pentacles can also be love. So Ten of Pentacles is like a home, a family, support. So you could be getting into a very solid connection here as well, if you are looking for a connection. Ten of Pentacles is also my card of hidden or secret information. And again, with the Page of Swords here, he's like, this Page of Swords would normally be going this way, but he's looking over at the Ten of Pentacles. So again, there could be some hidden or secret information that could make you wealthy, or, could bring you in your Ten of Pentacles, whatever that is for you. So I would do your research. Again, with the Ten of Pentacles, it's not really hidden or secret. It's just that, there could be information coming from an unlikely source. Like sometimes I think of like children. It's like sometimes children say things to us and we're like, oh, what do they know? They're just a child. But you never know. Could be something like intuitive, right? You could be watching a movie and maybe it gives you an idea for your business, but you're like, oh, it's just a movie. But no, it's not just a movie. Maybe it was like a really good piece of information that could help you. So, Ten of Pentacles I always look at, it's kind of like a little known meaning of the Ten of Pentacles. Normally this guy here is seen as a patriarch of the family, the old guy here. And so he kind of represents the inheritance. But there's another way to read the Ten of Pentacles, that he is a beggar, and he's coming to this family and he's giving them a gift. But he represents a person who has nothing to give. So, for us, it represents us receiving information from an unlikely source. So we just have to kind of like, tune in and pay attention. If we kind of listen to something or we hear something and it makes us think, you probably want to pay attention to whatever that was, because it could bring wealth or whatever. You have the Sun. The Sun is like happiness and joy, of course, coming in for you. I feel like this is enlightenment just in general. The Fool has the Sun to his back. You have the Sun. The Hangman has put himself in hangman mode to gain enlightenment. So it's almost like this reading, or this part of the reading, is just saying that you have gained the enlightenment necessary to bring fulfillment into your life. I almost feel like the universe wants you to relax, I love when people say that, right? Don't you, Pisces? Don't you love when people tell you to calm down, right? That's like the best thing ever. So I get it, but at the same time, I almost feel like the universe is like saying, no, you're trying too hard, I think there's like less that you could do. I know that sounds weird, but, I think that it sounds weird because of what Pisces has been through. So it's like you're too used to having to put in all this work and, all this other stuff. I feel like the Nine of Cups is saying it's time for you to, enjoy life, or it's time for you to get to a place where you can enjoy your life or something like that. So let's see With the Nine of Cups, you have the Queen of Wands here. I do feel like you could be attracting a fire sign as well if you're looking for love. This could also just say that you're attracting someone where there's like a lot of attraction between the two of you. I also feel that the Queen of Wands is saying it's time for you to be bold and assertive and really go for what you want. The Queen of Wands is, she needs to be bold and assertive. And also, like I've been saying to you all last year, and I'm probably going to say it to you all this year as well, Pisces, you really need to listen to yourself. And again, it's like one of those things. Everybody's going to call you crazy, until you pull up in a brand new Ferrari, right? It's like everybody's going to call you crazy for your ideas until you end up on TV or whatever is going on here. I don't know. I think there's a lot of attention for you. I've said this before. It's going to be different for all of you, obviously. But the Queen of Wands, she does her own thing. She doesn't care what people think. She normally has a black cat on her card. During the times of tarot, black cats were considered unlucky. And the whole point of that is the fact that she is, she doesn't care what anyone thinks. She is going to do her own thing. And so I'm telling you right now, if you do your own thing and you don't allow people to get you off your path, which again, trust me, all us Pisces are super guilty of that. I have a million stories of people who said, oh, don't do this, do that, right? And I listened and I regret it later. So your job for the rest of your life, not even just this year, forever, is to listen to yourself here and to move towards your own genius. Because again, when you pull up on the Ferrari or whatever you want, they're going to be like, wow, damn, Pisces was right. Yeah, no shit, Sherlock, right? With the Sun, you have the Ace of Cups. Definitely could be love coming in for you here. I kind of feel like you're discovering things that you do love in this row. I feel like this row is the most important for some reason, or this diagonal, whatever you want to call it. I feel like it's the most important one here. There's like some sort of new beginning that you're being drawn towards, and it's going to lead to a lot of happiness. I also feel like there are just things that you can't quite explain to people, and I think that you shouldn't. Is what I feel here. Just like I said on the Queen of Wands, I think that there are things where people might be coming to you for some sort of explanation, but it's not even like they're like, explain this to me, right? It's like, let's say you meet a person this year and then you marry him this year. It's like maybe everybody in your life is like, oh my God, don't do that. That's crazy, blah, blah, blah. But it's like, maybe you know more. So I feel like this is saying, don't explain yourself. There's no reason to explain yourself. Maybe you quit your job and you go start a business and people are like, you're crazy. Why are you doing this? But again, maybe you know more. And I feel that's what this is saying. It's like, you know more. With the Ten of Pentacles, you have the Five of Cups here. This could be, like, I would be careful of a past person who has regrets. It's like, I don't know, too bad, so sad. As I always say, it's like, to me, your value is obvious. Sun, star. Like, are you kidding? So if someone didn't see your value, it's like, that's their own fault. So, I'd be careful of that. The other thing I would say is I think that there's a little bit of stinking thinking in the beginning of the reading here. And I think that the Five of Cups is saying, you need to let go of the things you no longer have because you're about to have something much better. And with the Five of Cups has a very easy solution, which is being grateful for what you have. Next, you have this Gaia card that says, trust the universe has a better plan than you. Spend time in nature, be healed, soothe, and regroup. We literally said this, that it's time to relax, calm down, Pisces, right? And, kind of like go do something else is what I'd say. Don't try to force things to happen. I literally said that at the beginning of the reading. You have this card that says, life will be a roller coaster. Enjoy the ride and stop trying to control it. Are you kidding? We literally just said this. So this is coming up in the area of the good stuff. So it's going to be good no matter what. But, again, I would definitely take that advice. You have the Five of Cups, Judgment, and the Hangman. Five of Cups, obviously, coming up in the area of the good stuff, would tell me that you are being grateful for what you have, that you are practicing gratitude. So, I don't know. When he turns around is grateful for these two cups, he gets this bridge and this castle as well. So he doesn't just get the two cups. And, I really feel just saying you're practicing gratitude. You have the Judgment card again. It is kind of like weird. Personally, I consider Judgment and the Tower to be the most powerful combination in the tarot because it's like a major revelation, a major wake-up call when those two come up in your life. But you have you have Judgment with the Star, which comes up after the Tower. So I'm wondering if it's kind of like in your healing, you are having a revelation that kind of guides you towards something new. So there's something about healing being very important in your reading. I don't think it's I think it's maybe like 20% of the reading, is saying that like if you could just take 20% of your time and heal or, do something that is healing, even if it's like going for walks in nature, getting into the flow state. Again, flow state is very healing when you're doing something where you don't have to think, right? When you're doing those things where time just seems to disappear because you're enjoying what you're doing. Those are the types of activities I would be taking advantage of here. It's like it could be some sort of hobby, or maybe you enjoy, going for walks or whatever the case may be. I think that you need, like, I would just try to do a little bit extra of it this week, but not only this week, but this year. I think it'll be not only healing, but it will get you to where you're going. You have this Hangman card. So this is you showing up in a very strong position. And I also feel that you are gaining enlightenment, like I said. So you could be becoming enlightened to new opportunities, new ideas, new plans, new goals, new wishes, new. And I kind of feel that here, where you could be kind of being attracted to new things. And I also feel like you're gaining enlightenment as well. Again, it is coming up in the good stuff. So that could also say after a period of like no movement, you are making moves at this time of your life. So, it's like maybe last year was very slow, or you didn't get as much done as you wanted to. And I kind of feel like this year will be the opposite. Which is good. With the Five of Cups, you have the Chariot. Yes, definitely a victory coming in for you. Literally the card of setting yourself apart as well. We talked about this with the Queen of Wands. Normally, he's leaving a city behind him. And it kind of represents the fact that he's leaving what he has always known. He's going, who the hell knows wherever the wind blows him, literally. So, for a lot of you, it is time for you to set yourself apart. With the Judgment card, you have the Eight of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles, work hard and see results, basically. So, but I feel like you're finding, this is efficiency, is what I'm trying to spit out here, Pisces. This is doing one thing, doing it really well, and getting paid very well as well. So, what I would say here is that with the Judgment card, you could be waking up to something you're good at in life, or, some sort of skill that you have that could be like one thing you focus on. So you're not like running around with like a chicken with your head cut off. And it's like much more focused, much more efficient energy I get here. So if you're thinking about changing your business, your career, even if you're retired, if you're like coming up with new ways to invest your money or whatever, this looks really, really good. I like this. With the Hangman, you have the Ten of Wands. Yes, you're like putting down your burdens. I feel like you are becoming more efficient like everybody else, and, doing the things that you're supposed to be doing at this time. So this looks really good. I like this, Pisces. We're going to see. You have this Handshake card. It says a meeting with a stranger could be important. Yes, I would definitely encourage you to be social at this time. I would encourage everyone to look for new opportunities in the form of other people as well. We're entering into a time of co-creation, so anything you can do there would be a good idea. You have this card that says a chain of events that will affect your life. I feel like this is a positive chain of events. Again, like I said, the last decade of your life, at least, really probably since like 2012 has been hard. And, I think that you're now seeing how all of these difficulties are adding up in your life and leading to something better. You have this wedge. It says someone is trying to come between you and a friend or something you want. I would definitely be careful. Every single person, for whatever reason, has had these messages of like, like if you start dating a new person, like an ex getting in between the two of you and trying to break you up, or like a person in your life trying to stop you from doing something, which we talked about here, with the Queen of Wands. Like you could have people who are like, maybe they think they're doing the right thing, right? But they're really not. So I would be careful of exes. I would be careful of other people and, all this other stuff. You have this Knot card. It says unsuccessful plans. Like if something isn't working, or hasn't been working, I feel this is saying it's time to move on from that, whatever it is, and time to move towards something that is working. You have the Scales. It says keep your life in balance. Yes, the whole entire reading said basically that with the Two of Pentacles. So there you go, Pisces. Pretty simple. I think that you just need to listen to yourself, as always. But this looks really good. So, thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your week.